Rachel Maddow drags Fani Willis onto MSNBC, hoping to get some ratings. And Fani Willis just plays that same old stale card. She only has one card in the deck. It's like if you have a deck of 52 cards and you pull them out and they're all jokers. She only knows one card to play and she plays it over and over again. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. This is where we have a little fun ripping on really bad Fulton County Democrat politics.
But to become a household name around the country, including by people who decided they were going to make your life hell for having brought one particularly very high-profile case.
Was that why people made her life hell, was because she brought that one particular case against Trump? Or was it because of her own doings with Nathan Wade, with what she chose to do with public funds? We've got some real rippers in this video, guys, on what she's been doing.
This job has certainly made me closer to God because you have to go into prayer often.
And I'm all for my enemies repenting. That's where you should be. Repent and pray before God. All of us should. So good move on that. I don't know if she's sincere. Don't really care. It's not my business. It is my place to say, yeah, you repent, go to God, go pray all the time, Fani. Correct.
Georgia had never had a prosecutorial oversight committee, and all of a sudden, 14 minorities were elected to office to serve as district attorney. And now all of a sudden, they need an oversight committee to look after district attorneys because they want to tell us how to prosecute and who to prosecute and where we should put our resources.
I think she should go back and pray some more because she's claiming that in Georgia, they only got 14 black or minority DAs, and now suddenly all the white DAs want some kind of oversight on them, implying racism, of course, which, that's the easy, stale, lazy card to play. However, there's evidence against that claim that it was done for racism. Here's the great Phil Holloway on Twitter. Rachel Maddow and Fani Willis say the Georgia legislature is racist because we now have a prosecutorial oversight commission. This commission actually grew out of the Ahmaud Arbery murder, where certain white DAs were thought to have acted improperly. So it's back when they had a bunch of white DAs before these 14 minorities were installed by George Soros, that it was the white DAs that were not being fair to a minority murder case. So Fani Willis, it's the exact opposite. The oversight came for different reasons than you're saying, that's all. But you're lying again. And I guess we're used to that.
Liar.
Now here's the great Leo Terrell. He used to be a Democrat, became a Republican, or became a Trump supporter in 2020. On the Democrats playing the race card all the time.
Well, the Democrat playbook is outdated. It's old. Going to a black church, going to a black college, going to the NAACP does not work any longer. They play the race card. They claim that there's still systemic discrimination. This is not 1945.
This isn't 1945, but you wouldn't know it by MSNBC. Rachel Maddow and Fani Willis are still stuck in 1945 civil rights.
That they want crime rid out of their communities, but they want it done both by removing violent offenders, which is what we have done. We've gone after gangs and we've worked with our police departments to do so. But they also want second chances for low-level offenders, and we have done those programs.
Oh, what happened to those programs, Fani Willis? The one where you ripped off Amanda Timpson. People in your own office, when you came in, ripped that grant money away from them, illegally spent it on computers. Got some video for you guys. Here's a tweet from Truth Now. Dirty Fani about to get wiped clean. Fani Willis received a Senate letter. She misused $500,000, given her youth empowerment and $2 million designated for sexual assault kit initiative on travel and personal expenses. Will she be disbarred and charged with embezzlement? The Trump boomerang. Here's a video clip.
On May 15th, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis received a letter from the United States Senate highlighting her misuse of $500,000 for a youth empowerment and gang prevention center and $2 million for the sexual assault kit initiative. Instead, she spent those funds on traveling. In light of potential prosecution and disbarment, I respectfully ask Fani Willis to resign effective immediately.
Now that's a black man telling Fani Willis to resign. I'm not sure if there's that old race card, Fani. You gonna play that one? Why is he targeting you?
What is so ironic is although it's only 14 of the 50 DAs in the state of Georgia, most of the citizens report to our jurisdictions. So although we're smaller in number than the other 36, most of the population has elected these minority DAs to serve them and has trusted their judgment. But apparently we now need daddy to tell us how to do our job.
Who's daddy telling you again? This is another weird kind of shorthand. Fani Willis says, daddy needs to tell us how to do our job. It's like plantation talk again. But it doesn't work. Leo Terrell will wrap this up.
I was a Democrat until 2020. What happened in 2020? Summer riots, and they're trying to tell black Americans, all Americans, peaceful demonstration. Kamala Harris giving money to get people out of jail and defunding the police. I got news for you, Will. My sister was law enforcement. There are people of all colors running the law enforcement. There are people of color running Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. So the race card is dead. And I think people have waken up and said, this is not true. They're lying to us.
Oh, yeah. Fani Willis is lying to you. The race card is dead. What do you guys think? Does Fani Willis get in trouble for embezzlement, taking this money that was supposed to go to youth programs? And you have the Congress now looking into her, writing letters to her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for subscribing. I'm Doug in Exile.